them, we don't possess the nigga when it's beef. But when there's no beef and it's peace, we possess the nigga. The possessive pronoun comes up first. My nigga. No doubt. No animosity, no hatred. In fact, the complete opposite is what we're expressing when we say my niggas. Now what does nigga mean in the hood? It means that we're all the same. If you not a nigga, niggas look at you funny. Like, yo, where he from? What he about? He ain't one of us. And that's the whole point. You're gonna have to make a decision as to who you gonna be and what side you gonna stand on. This is a real movement, and the movement is not just about hip-hop. There's a new president coming in another year. Elections are getting ready to jump off. This country's going to have new leadership. France already got its new leader. Britain's getting a new leader. America's getting a new leader. The world's about to change. And you know what's at the center of the world right now? Hip-hop. This little dumb thing we created back 40 years ago, niggas, created this thing years ago. Now, we are in every inner city in the world. Now look at this. I just want to paint this to you so you can see the movement for what it is. We influence every inner city in the world. Every inner city. Hong Kong, Japan. I mean, there's thousands of cities in the world. We are the direct and most powerful influence of all the cities in the world. We are the Palestinians and the Israelis. Hip-hop. We are the Iraqis and the American soldiers. Hip-hop. We on both sides of all wars, all conflicts, races, national. We on all sides. Look at us, or should I say, look at you, and decide who you gonna be. Now, of course, I'm saying nigga, and I'm using extreme terms. You ain't got to call yourself a nigga. Just on the other side to that, those with a broader vocabulary don't have to use the word nigga. You can walk up and say, peace, God. No doubt. But now do you have a problem when we call him our brother God? That's another issue real quick. How he get to be God now? Went from nigga to God now. Oh, man, you can't be God. See, it comes back to who's going to define. And this is why I say, and I'll say this in closing real quick, that it's who defines that is the political decision today. It's not the use of the word nigga. We don't want our children running around. I don't want my children saying colored. I would prefer a white man come up and call me a nigga with an ER than to call me colored. With an ED. Yeah, with an ED. Right. Colored? Now, we got the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. No, niggas gotta rise up. Because it was niggas that won civil rights. Martin Luther King discussed it. Niggas seized it. You gotta decide, what does it mean to be a nigga? I don't give a fuck. That's what it means. I could say fuck MTV, because I don't give a fuck if they play my video or not. Yeah. I mean, fuck BET. How could you fire Imus and BET's programming is still going on? That's why, because I'm a nigga. I don't give a fuck about all that shit. What does that mean? You gotta be the same at your job. You see somebody being abused by the boss, are you gonna turn your face, or are you gonna be a nigga about it? Yo, you can't do my man like that. You're fired. Well, fuck it then. I'm out. Are you willing to do that? The teacher teaching lies. You know he lying, but you're going to stand there and write it down anyway so you can get the A, the B, the C grade. Now you know they're lying. Be a nigga about it. Stand up. Hey, yo, you're disrupting the class, right? Because I'm a nigga, and you're lying. It's that attitude that has to be instilled in us and our children. And if you call it revolutionary, you call it revelationary, call it nigga, call it conscious, call it whatever. It's the attitude that I'm not going to allow you to define me and guide me in my life. That's the bottom line. If here's my message too. Cameras are rolling. Get this on the internet. Here's my message to all black leadership. We'll stop saying nigger when arts are returned to public school.
There you go.
When the arts return to public school, we will then stop saying the word nigger. But right now, nigger's the protest word for no arts in public school. And we know white folk don't want to hear that word nigger. And notice what I'm saying. White folk. There's some black looking people that are white folk. Crocus. We know that these terms that I'm giving have nothing to do with your skin color. Nigger, white, black, that has nothing to do with your skin color. It has to do with your attitude and what side of the fence you stand on. White folk are sick of white folk. Black folk sick of black folk. Asians, it's been tired of Asians. Hip-hop is where we all meet above the race, above these ethnicities, these religions, classes of people. This is where we all meet. And this is civilization. Don't get it twisted. This is civilization. So I thank you guys for coming out here and being part of this, because your presence here and your documentation of our meeting here right now, this is hip-hop. Not rap, not me rapping or breaking or DJing. This gathering right here. Because out of this gathering, this is where the rap comes from. This is where the images come from. This is where truth is established in these kinds of gatherings. This is hip-hop. This is why we say rap comes out of hip-hop. Breaking comes out, rap comes out of this. It comes out of you and me and us. This is it right here. So before we cut this, any questions based on what I said or anything in life, anything? Give me some questions.
Chris, I want to ask you a question. There was a documentary speaking about you can't say the word like if you want to be Christ, could you? I want you to develop on the statement that was mentioned about if you want to be the Word of God, just be the Word, and if you want to be Christ, don't say, Jesus and all that, what have you. So I was wondering if you could develop a little bit more on that, because there was a documentary spoken about, if you want to be the Word,
right.
Christ.
Who presented the documentary?
There was a guy.
Was it like History Channel or anything like that?
Somewhat of that term.
Like that, like History Discovery Channel? The reason I asked that is because the History Channel, Discovery Channel, most of the cable channels, those are Christian-operated channels. And when I say Christian, it's Christian Jews, Judean-Christian channels. It's run by Jews and Christians. And when I say run by, it means the programming you see is influenced by their beliefs. It's not about what the people want to see. It's not about what the people even need to see. It's about propaganda of a certain philosophy. Now, there's nothing wrong with that if Christians own television, or even if Christians invented television. They have all the right to broadcast their points of view on that. The problem then becomes this word Christ. Christ is a word that was was in existence before Christianity, before Judaism. The idea of the God-man, the idea, or woman, or the God-person, the idea of dying to your physical senses and rising to a level of spiritual understanding, because you're no longer led by the five senses, you're led by certain principles and mathematics. You're not led by the mundane life of physical body. Your life is led by God. And that has always been a threat to organized society.